we have Marcia from backstage, and she's one of our amazing students. I've gotten to know her really well. What's cool about Marcia is she's someone who has had success in the past, and she was drawn to me she'll share why. And what I love about her is, although she's had success in the past, she's so coachable. She's like, I want to do this. This is where I'm at. Like, a lot of people would go, well, I already know what I'm doing. And you're just not like that, Marcia. You're just so open to like improving and reinventing yourself. So let's have you introduce yourself, Marcia. Welcome on. Tell everybody a little bit about you and your background.
Okay, well, I appreciate the chance to be here, Kimberly. So I started my first business as a side hustle to my law practice way back in the day. And law was not a good fit for me. I don't know if there's any ex-lawyers in the audience, but a lot of women leave the field because it is so sort of kind of cutthroat, even though I tried to make it preventive. Anyway, long story short, I sold my law practice, sold my house, bought an RV, and traveled with my first book, which Hay House picked up. And that was on following your life purpose in your work. After that, I was an executive vice president for a few years, but I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur again. I kept my entrepreneur stuff in the closet. I just knew it was going to happen. And I discovered coaching, started studying coaching back and forth between two states for my job, got certified as a coach, and very shortly after that, started the first career coach institute in the world for certifying career coaches. Did that for 19 years. And then fortunately, not knowing what was really coming, I sold the company a few days before the lockdown for the pandemic. So we had always taught our students to market themselves, how to market themselves. And as the internet and social media came on board, I've continued to study that with a number of experts. And so that's always been my passion. I have a degree in psychology, and I just love human behavior and studying human behavior. And so that has been something that we've done all the way along. So once I sold the company, I was able to focus more on actually helping people with growing their businesses. And we did really well in the pandemic. We thought it was going to be, a disaster. And of course, it was a sad time for a lot of people, but it was a heyday for people that were already online. So I was able to enroll a number of, people into long-term coaching programs, that kind of thing. But then after the pandemic was over, I kind of felt like I lost my footing a little bit. Really needed a new area of focus and was looking for what was next. And so tried a lot of different things. And then kind of fast forwarding to this past summer, I've known about you for a long time, but I was in one of the challenges, not this long, but one of the ones that you did for 3 days, I think it was, and joined the Vault because I love the idea of private label products, and I love the idea of just being able to learn more from you with what you've been able to achieve online. So that's been a great experience. So
that's
I don't know.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, can we put rock star in the comments? Because you are a thought leader. You're a visionary. You're somebody who made your own path. I'm so proud of you and the work that you did. And to think of all in the 19 years and then your second, the other companies that you impacted so many people to learn, to really equip them to build their brands and build their own businesses and their careers. And that's amazing. So first off, thank you for being you. And I'm honored to work with you. The very first time I saw you in a Zoom, I was like, okay, who is this lady? She's amazing. Like everybody, you guys know me. I love all of you. But there's just something really special about you, Marcia, that stood out to me. And I was like, okay, I need to get to know her. So we spent a lot of time in Messenger.
Whoa. I have to interrupt this episode to tell you something so exciting that I've been working on behind the scenes to set you up for success this year. And that is the ultimate content Trello board collection. So inside of this collection, I've created 3 brand new Trello boards. You're going to get the mega social media planner so you can plan all of your social media content in one place. You're also going to get the board that's full of content ideas that monetize all kinds of different niches and industries. And finally, you're going to get the social media content bank. When you go to create content, you need a place to draw from to pull that content out so you can quickly create and keep on moving. So look below this video for this gift for you so you can totally crush it this year.
What would you say, what's your experience been actually being a paid client in our programs? What has your experience been working with me? It's kind of neat too, because you're a coach as well. So you can have that lens. But do you mind sharing kind of an inside look of what it's been like to work with me?
Well, I've just constantly find myself wanting more, which is why I'm joining the Social Media Sales Accelerator, because it's like twice a month was not enough, and that's why the chat started blowing up. But the accountability calls, I felt, there were times when I was like, I felt like I had a kind of a crappy month, but yet when I look back and was doing the recap, I'm like, well, it wasn't that bad. There were these things that happened, even though it didn't translate into cash yet, And so that was great. And then just, you've certainly been very responsive and respond within a day, which I pride myself on doing with my people as well, because that's a rare skill these days, a rare experience. And so I have more information than I can physically take in, but that's okay, because, you guide me to what I need at the time. So I had a live event scheduled for several months that was supposed to happen a week ago Saturday. And it would be my first live event in 6 years. I used to host events once a year before the pandemic, and actually had kind of a bad experience with the last one. So it kind of wounded me a little bit. So I was like, took me a while to get back to being ready to do it. And then lo and behold, I went with my husband to get some lab results, and we both picked up COVID at the hospital a week beforehand. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not what I need right now.
You can't be around a bunch of people.
Yeah, right. So thankfully, the venue was very flexible and said, "Take care of you, and we'll do what we need to with the contract." The speakers, the attendees, it became obvious after a few days that we were going to have to make it a virtual event. So we did. We put it on to Zoom, and I'm on Zoom every day anyway, so I was super comfortable. Everybody showed up. We had an awesome time. I was able to share the authors of our anthology that went #1 in September, which was book number 30 for me. And, it was a fabulous experience. I had a VIP workshop in the afternoon, and it was especially helpful because thanks to your encouragement and your prayers and all the things that you did, this has been a tough year for me, as it has for a lot of people, because there's so many changes and some saturation happening in the market. And I walked away having filled my new digital marketing club with 9 new members. I was a little nervous about making the pitch in the first session, but I did it because I knew you would. And people signed up like within minutes and paid for the year in full. I'm like, oh my God. And so on top of that, I made a coaching offer to both the morning people and also the VIP workshop people. And I have confirmed 2 clients of the 3, maybe 4 that I'm going to be signing up. So it ended up being over $6,000 in a week's time, which is better than any of the months I've had this year. So in 1 week. So that's the Kimberly effect, I guess.
And you did the work, and you're back. You're back. Like you had this, I know you were just like, it's like one of those things. And I know I just talked to someone, she's like, I don't know what's going on. I haven't been selling anything lately. Then it becomes this thing, and you create where it's like, oh my gosh, did I lose my edge? Is it ever going to happen again? Is this my new life? And you had to get past that. So it's the things but you had to rebuild your perception and identity of like, no, this is where I'm at and I can do this. And then once you had the confidence, it's like, boom, she's gone. The horse is out of the gate. Watch her go, because you are back. And the next time we talk to you, it's going to be 10K months and 15 and 20K, whatever it is that you want it to be. It's amazing. And it's just really cool to be a part of it and watch you. So I'm proud of you, all the work you've done. You figured it out. You overcame a challenging situation. You persevered, and those are the traits of a warrior, and that's who you are. So I really appreciate you sharing. And for those that are going to be in the Social Media Sales Accelerator, you get to be around women like Marcia, and we're looking for partnerships, collaborations, ways for you guys to support each other. There are so many beautiful things that can happen when you're around women like Marcia. We rise together, and that's a big part of this, that collaboration is the new world domination. So thank you, Marcia, for being on today. I appreciate it. You guys make sure you go follow her on social.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to the accelerator and taking the next step. So the vault's been a model for me, but I'm also doing some different things with it. So thanks for all that you do, Kimberly.
You're so welcome. Thanks, Marcia.